This is the Big Sky country of western Montana. Home to wide open spaces, picturesque mountains, and majestic pines. Herein lies the lush green pastures of the Bitterroot Springs Ranch, the home of one very special horse, NRCHA champion Diamond J Star.
I found Diamond J Star at Larry Sullivan's in Gainesville, Texas as a 2-year-old. And just from the moment that I saw him, I knew he was really special. I liked everything about him. And I had a client named Judy Siebel who was looking for a stallion because she has a ranch in Montana and wanted to have a really nice breeding horse to have at the ranch up there. So we bought him. And I just never expected him to be as great as he turned out to be. He was really easy to train from day one. Just always wanted to please, tried really hard. If he didn't get it right, it was like, okay, I'll do it next time better, you know, just always just a really, really good guy. And I still didn't think he was as good a horse as he was till I went and showed him at Reno, at Snafflebit Futurity, where he was the co-reserve champion. And marked a 222 out of the herd. I mean, he's just outstanding.
This stunning 1998 stallion kicked off his show career in 2001 by capturing the Open Co-Reserve Championship at the National Reined Cow Horse Association Snafflebit Futurity. In the capable hands of NRCHA World Champion Sandy Collier, Diamond J Star has accrued earnings of $75,912.
He was always really strong in the herd. His rein work was also really, really good. I think he might have been able to be a reiner, but because he could do all 3 events really well, and Judy's intention was to have him in Montana, I thought that the Snafflebit Futurity was probably his best shot.
Along with winning the herd work on his way to becoming the 2001 Snafflebit Futurity Co-Reserve Champion, Diamond J Star was a finalist at the Santa Ynez Reined Cow Horse Open Snafflebit Futurity, the NRCHA Woodside Open Derby, and the NRCHA 4-year-old Open Snafflebit Stakes. He has earned his AQHA Register of Merit in both working cow horse and reining, and Diamond J Star is an Equistat all-time leading reined cow horse money earner, as well as being the all-time leading stallion in the NRCHA, sired by the late Gray Starlight.
He was always easy to train, always easy to get along with, and always tried really hard. Never got bowed up and study, and I didn't have to ride around little issues because I was afraid I'd hurt his feelings or make him mad. He was never like that. And really most studs do get that way. You know, they get a little put out when you start really cracking down on them and trying to put those last finishing touches on them, and they kind of want to have it their way, and he was never like that. He's a very physical stopping horse, but very clean-footed spinning as well, and a good lead changer, so. He always moved his front end really well, laterally especially, which works really well for spinning and for working the cow. If they don't move their shoulders really well, it's pretty hard to train around. So, and he was always really good laterally.
Diamond J Star is sired by the late Gray Starlight, whose offspring have logged earnings in excess of $9 million in NRCHA, NCHA, and NRHA events.
I liked his athleticism. You know, the horse was real cowy and just moves kind of like I want one to move on a cow. You know, he's the way he's bred, he's by Gray Starlight out of the Freckles Playboy mare, but he kind of has that Freckles Playboy way of moving, which is, you know, go stop hard and get through that turn in a real nice way of moving on a cow. You know, he also is just a big stopper, you know, very athletic. But just, I think he really excelled in being just overall a really good athlete and having the ability to work a cow, do the rein work, and kind of do all the 4 events. You know, he kind of had everything that you need to do that. That's kind of what attracted me to him. You know, conformationally, I really liked the way the horse was made.
You know, didn't have the stocky, bulldoggy, quarter horse type look, and I'm not real fond of that anyway, so I like a little bit leaner, cleaner machine, and he seemed to be a very well-balanced individual.
Low hawked, he had a good eye on him, good slope on his shoulder, just a nice hip. But I think more than anything is just that he was a very athletic horse, and had the ability to turn around nice, had the ability to stop well.
Thank you. Entry number 1, Diamond J Star, is the horse John Rojo, the rider.
I think the cow sense was all there in place. But just, overall, I just always felt like he was just a great athlete. I recalled when Sandy showed him and just remember him kind of standing out, being maybe a little more athletic than the rest of the horses in the futurity.
In addition to immense talent, earnings, and an exceptional topside breeding, what truly sets Diamond J Star apart is the outstanding bottom side of his pedigree. Diamond J Star is out of Diamond J Playgirl, a daughter of the legendary Freckles Playboy, and the producer of offspring who have earned in excess of $442,000 in both cutting and rein cow horse events. Diamond J Playgirl is also the dam of Character Eyes, an NCHA Super Stakes Classic champion and earner of $298,845. And she's the dam of Diamond J Oak, who in turn has produced earners of nearly $400,000. But Diamond J Star's dam side pedigree doesn't stop there. His dam, Diamond J Playgirl, is out of Limax Harriet, a Dock Bar daughter and an Equistat all-time leading dam of cutting horses. Like her daughter, Limax Harriet is the producer of performers who have earned over $437,000. As you can clearly see, the bottom side of Diamond J Star's pedigree consistently passes these champion-producing genetics from generation to generation.
As a stallion, he was a really good horse to be around. He wasn't steady. He could haul next to all the other horses. He tied at the hitch rack next to all the other horses. He was just a really good guy. Even after we started breeding him, I was still showing him. And of course, we took him to the breeding farm in a different trailer, a different halter, a different handler, just to be sure. But he got a little bit steady, but he was always just a really good guy to be around. And two of the 2-year-olds that we have now are stud colts, and they're the same way. They're not real steady and bowed up. They're just there to do what you want to do with them, and it's a real nice quality that seems to carry through that whole bloodline.
That was entry 227. Diamond J Star is the horse.
Bitterroot Springs Ranch is also home to many exceptional broodmares who are being bred to Diamond J Star. Owned by Ken and Judy Siebel and nestled between the amazing mountains surrounding Montana's Bitterroot Valley, this pristine ranch provides a beautiful location to see some of the industry's finest prospects. Diamond J Star's offspring have both top-of-the-industry bloodlines and the athleticism and presence that champions are made of. They are eligible for the AQHA Incentive Fund, the NRCHA Stallion Stakes, the NRHA Siren Dam Program, and the FRHA Stallion Stakes.
Judy Siebel, stands behind her breeding program really strongly, and so, she's willing to nominate him to any, or subscribe him to any events that people want to show those babies at, and that's really important. If you don't have a strong stallion owner behind the scenes that's willing to do all that, it can make it difficult. But Judy's willing to do all those things and promote her horse and the ranch.
Breeding to Diamond J Star is an investment in top bloodlines. It's an investment in proven performers and proven producers. Invest in your mare's future with a breeding to Diamond J Star.